Hello there, everybody. Happy pick a card reading for this new moon in Virgo that we have going on. I'm taping this early on the morning of the fullness of the new moon, August 22nd. And I want to say, I think Virgo is a sign that is so crucial. I mean, every energy, every sign brings its particular energy to us and can be beneficial. But I think a Virgo sometimes gets a bad rap for being a sign that is about attention to detail, can be sometimes overly obsessed with analysis and detail. But in this particular moment in time, energetically, cosmically, you all, I think Virgo is incorporating more Virgo energy around our daily habits, around our health, around being of service to others. Like those are things that the universe really seems to be pushing us more and more in that direction. So think about that as you approach today's reading, please, you all. I've got three piles in front of me. Have not seen these cards. If you're new to my pick a card readings, I go through the decks. I let spirit guide me to which decks need to be used. And I go through them. I spread the cards, but I don't see them until I do this reading for you all. Right. So use your intuition, whatever you're really drawn to. I've got these three stacks in front of me. Many people get messages from all three, but if there's one in particular that pulls you, just let your guidance go with that. You can't make a mistake. You can't go wrong. I've got a couple of beautiful wands in front of me to help ground the energy here on the table. This beautiful amethyst wand, and of course, our friend selenite, which always cleanses and keeps the energy and the vibes high. All right. So that said, let me introduce the piles to you. Pile number one is this beautiful. It's got all this fire energy in it. I got it from during a trip to Mexico. Sorry, that little light is my ring light in the background. But it's got this fire in it. It's an obsidian, but it's got all this fiery energy in it as well. So that's pile number one. Pile number two is this beautiful rutilated quartz. All right. For those of you drawn to that rutilated quartz, pile number two. And pile number three will be this gorgeous piece of serpentine. All right, pile number three. All right, you all. Take a moment, take a deep breath, see what really pings you. And again, it could be more than one pile. You can't go wrong. All right. That said, let me put two and three off to the side. And let's get ready to go in. For those of you who were drawn to pile number one, this fiery piece of obsidian, let's see what comes for you. New moon in Virgo. All right, Five of Swords. What's on your mind? Pile number one. And it comes with the Ten of Swords. So a lot. A lot is on your mind right now. Some of you, if you were drawn to this pile, and recognizing too that obsidian is a very protective energy. So some of you could need a little relief in the overthinking department right now. We've got two more tarot here. We've got the High Priestess, and she comes with the Hierophant. Wow. Okay. What do you believe in? Some of you, see, with all of that, and these are two challenging swords energies. These are energies, again, could indicate that you've been dealing with a lot of pressure. A lot of your dreams could be disturbed. Your sleeping patterns could be a little disturbed. But there's something going on in the background of your consciousness that Spirit wants to remind you of what you really believe in. The Hierophant is a card that has a lot to do with our structures, ruled by Taurus. And very often it is who we believe in, our authority figures, particularly our faith leaders, what we have faith in. And the High Priestess, I think this is some of you being urged by your spirit team to take more control over your own wisdom, like owning it, claiming it, having agency over it. And that is going to help mitigate some of this overthinking that you're doing, some of this worry that some of you are encountering. And this is also because the Hierophant is ruled by Taurus. This could be, some of you are worried very much about your financial situation, about your support, about what keeps you feeling safe and comfortable, and your ability to have faith that you will be taken care of. The high priestess indicates that there's something that this new moon in Virgo is going to give you an opportunity to become aware of the control that you have. This is stemming from a lot of external stress that you may be undergoing, right? Again, media, stories that we're hearing, the constant barrage of things that are meant to instill fear and intimidation. For some of you, that's a very real reality. Some of you may have been let go from jobs or impacted with family members who have been let go from jobs or undergoing some sort of a crisis of faith based on a lot of things that are causing that worry. But let me go further. Now I'm ready for your oracle cards. So you have the Sidewinder and movement. This is a deck that I created, by the way. I've been in a creative phase lately, so this is a deck that I've done. Sidewinder movement is where you don't have to go at things straight on. You can actually make progress by going in a sidewinder snake moves in a direction that is hard to follow or hard to target because of the movement. It's not in a straight line. And so part of what's happening with you all, pile number one, is your way out of this angst or worry, overthinking, overanalyzing, which again could be a very Virgo situation, is by going at it from a different direction, not trying to take a linear approach. A plus B equals C, 1 plus 1 equals 2. You with me? It could be that you've got to go at it and begin to shift your thinking in different directions. You're still moving forward. The Sidewinder is a species that actually goes very quickly. It just doesn't do it in a straight area or a straight, narrow way. You've got structure. Now, that leads me back to this Hierophant, because for some of you, you need structure. You need to feel comfortable, to feel safe. You need logic. You need things to work, in a way that makes sense to you. And there's a lot going on around you right now that is not making sense. And so there's this call for structure. But the way you get it is going to be in a different way than you're accustomed to. You've got dance that comes. That's a loosening up, really loosening up your thinking, your patterns, the way you traditionally go at something, spontaneity, movement, and freedom. Notice you've got two things here that are indicating movement, pile number one, right? There's a freedom that your spirit team is calling you to tap into. And I also think that's why you got the High Priestess, because remember, the High Priestess reminds us that we are both spirit and flesh, that we have ancient spiritual knowledge that sometimes consciously we lose sight of, but it's there. That doesn't mean it isn't there. And so this dance and this movement gets you into an awakening to that, an awareness of that, a heightened awareness of that. You've got pride that comes. There's this is really interesting. This is your ancestors and your spirit team speaking, pile number one. They are saying, despite what is causing this worry, and it could even be that you're just somebody who has a lot of empathy for the world around you. Even if you're doing okay, you're feeling really uptight and pained by the structures. The Hierophant can also represent government, jobs, the economy, how people are doing, what's to come. But there's pride here. They're saying, take pride, going back to that High Priestess, take pride in knowing that you come from stronger stock, is the words they just gave me. You come from stronger stock than what you see around you. And it's like you got to sidestep it in some way. Like, not worry about, I got to go straight at it. I got to figure out the exact solution to it. But recognizing that it's okay to take side steps because you are protected. Going back to the stone that drew your focus, you are protected, and there's a lot of pride that as you stand tall, as you have pride in your values, in how you operate in the world, in your faith in institutions that mean something to you, that elevates the energy and it has a ripple effect. Lo and behold, if I didn't just look down and see believe, believe, pile number one. Believe in a better day. Believe in your ancestral spiritual team ability, their ability to help you move through this moment in time, to help you move past this worry. There's a celebration that's coming for you. Look at that. I want you to, you might even want to screenshot that one. There's a celebration that's coming for you, pile number one. And it says here, kick off the party activities and have a great time. Plan for a joyful future. A joyful future. There are things that are coming that you just don't see right now based on the circumstances, based on everything that you're hearing, based on, everything that's been coming at you. But between taking pride in the ability that you have to move past it. And notice too, that dancing with that celebration, there is some sort of, if you believe, if you really, and believing having a lot to do with faith. This is beautiful the way Spirit is bringing these cards together for you all. If you believe in your faith, despite anything else to the contrary, then this atmosphere of celebration is coming toward you, and you're going to be right in the midst of it. You have Scorpio energy that comes. Scorpio, as we know, is about getting to the truth and the heart of matters. It is about digging deep and digging in. It is an energy that actually works really well with Scorpio, because Virgo says, I will do everything, the routines, the day in and day out, believing, faith. Maybe that's praying. Maybe that's lighting a candle. Maybe that's journaling. Maybe that's meditation. Maybe that's dance, movement, fitness, whatever you can do. And remembering, in talking about fitness, Virgo is very much attached to health, and health matters. Mental health, physical health, spiritual health, psychic health, right? Financial health. So Scorpio helps you get to the truth of all of that. And some of you may have a lot of Scorpio in your charts. You have the cardinal directions that comes for you. Remembering that cardinal signs, while Virgo is a mutable sign, cardinal signs are the pioneers. And there's something here that, going back to that sidewinder energy that you got, there's something here where you are being urged to take a new direction, even if it feels like having to go a little sideways, right? Even if you have to change your movements or your way of moving, it helps you take charge and control, pile number one, of the direction of your life, right? You may not be able to have control over events that are happening around you. For those of you who may in fact be impacted financially through jobs, through worrying about jobs, or family members who are undergoing that, this new direction, this taking charge is your faith despite outward circumstances. That's what leads to a celebration that's coming toward you. You have a tall tale, and that Pinocchio figure, confirming again from your guides, pile number one, don't believe the hype. Everything that would be signaling that the sky is falling, that, everything, our institutions are caving, families are suffering, all of those things, there's a tall tale that's being told, and really, they're trying to energetically really challenge you in particular and the world at large to lose faith, to lose that sense of power. And they want you to see it. They're calling it, Spirit is calling it out for exactly what it is. It's false. It's a tall tale. It is not true. And so they don't want you to believe it. They want you to choose what you believe. that takes you more in the direction, the cardinals directions, pioneering, you deciding, despite whatever may be appearing to be true, that you will be the author of your own truth, that you will be the author of your own story. You have the unexpected that comes, and lo and behold, the energy and fire that comes with her in this new moon in Virgo. There is movement, going back to your movement and that dance that you have. There is something really propelling you all, pile number one. And I think this unexpected, they're leading me to put this next to this celebration. I almost feel like there's some sort of breakthrough that you're going to have. It is unexpected, but it's going to be unexpected in the best way. It really pushes your momentum to renew your faith. And going back to that high priestess, like you having a moment of, oh my gosh, I knew it, but I forgot. Or thank you for bringing this to my attention, Spirit. This truth coming to light through Scorpio energy. You have wisdom. Whoa. You are wise, high priestess. You are wise. Your ancestral court, your spirit team, your spirit guides are wise. And they're reminding you of the wisdom that you possess to know what direction to go in, that cardinal directions that we had again, right? There is so much knowledge that you have deep within you that supersedes, is the word they're giving me, pile number one. It supersedes what is being told, the fallacy of the story that is being told, the hopelessness, the sense of unending chaos. You can sidestep, sidewind, dance right through it right now. It's just about you believing and taking pride in your fabric, in your genuine fabric and makeup, the wisdom that you have. All right. There's a animal spirit and a gemstone that I pulled for every pile that will help you. And I'm not even familiar with this. It's called Kimberlite, Conduit, Ascension, and a Channel. Wow, you might want to, let me hold that up in case you want to screenshot it or write it down. What is it? Kimberlite. All right, check that. I'm not familiar. I'm going to look that up myself. That's a new one on me. Kimberlite will help you during this time. I do notice it's a dark hued stone, which again, you all were drawn to this fiery obsidian. All right. So Kimberlite, check that out. It's a conduit for ascension and a channel. And that is what thank you, Spirit. That is what so much of your reading is about, pile number one. It is about ascension. It is about ascending through your faith, through your wisdom, and the direction, this movement that you are undergoing, or your spirit team is calling you to undergo by going at it sideways, like going literally thinking about, you don't have to go at it in a straight line. You don't have to worry about pure rational thought. This is imagination. All right. And you've got the peacock spirit. Let it shine. Show up. Let it shine. Celebration. Right? Celebrate your life. Celebrate any and every good thing that you have right now, pile number one. Even if it's just, food in the fridge, going back to that Taurus energy and the Hierophant and the structures of your life. If it's a safe home, if it's, good health, whatever, especially in Virgo energy, if you have good health or you feel yourself recovering from things, like any and everything that you can pinpoint to take pride in and to celebrate, bringing out that peacock spirit medicine, right? That's what gets you through this next phase. That's what ushers in this unexpected energy that's going to make you feel, okay, I can believe again. I can celebrate. I can trust the structures of my life. I know what direction I want to go in, the cardinal directions. I have the wisdom deep within me, high priestess, to overcome all of that energy of angst or stress or disinformation, whatever could take you off course. All right? All right, pile number one. I hope that was helpful. I can't wait to hear your comments around that, your feedback around that. That was a beautiful, beautiful reading. All right, we're going to move on now to pile number two. Those of you who are drawn to this rutilated quartz. Let's see. Let's see. New moon in Virgo, what spirit has for you. You got the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords. This is the second reading where the first two tarot have come out in swords. Interesting. So you might, if you chose this pile, you might be interested in pile number one as well. Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords. A lot of the distrust and not being able, as for some of you, I feel like this is doubting yourself and it's causing fear that is not necessarily real. Remembering that in Eight of Swords energy, Seven of Swords can speak to deception, right? But Eight of Swords can speak to self-deception, where because of this uncertainty that the Seven of Swords brings, it starts to take root in your own inability, blindfolded, tied up, but that's not real. Very often with that energy, it's self-inflicted to a certain extent. And that's not to say there's not a real basis for it, but it's to say, how are you processing it? You've got the Four of Wands and the King of Cups that are your other two tarot that come. I start every reading with four tarot. So, Four of Wands, card of support, commitment, usually celebration, with this King of Cups, in charge of emotions, being emotionally mature, emotionally intelligent, generous with spirit, a good sort of divine masculine, fatherly sort of energy. I'll tell you, some of you, if you chose this rutilated quartz, some of you are feeling a little. The word they're giving me is untethered. Untethered meaning not sure who to trust, not sure how. In your family dynamic, for some of you, there could be, in particular, I'm being drawn to that. Some of you in your family dynamic, there could be some shifting going on, some things that are making you doubt to the extent to which you are supported, the extent to which you are stable, the extent to which you have the commitment of those who you trust. For some of you as well, this is even a little more personal, and this is either someone you love, someone you have traditionally counted on to show you support and generosity, and you're wondering, can I still count on this? This could even be a colleague at work, a business situation, but this is someone who you have trusted or want to trust to provide support to you, to provide guidance and just being there for you. That in that commitment, maybe typically you've always been able to count on them, and now you're wondering, there's a little bit of a distrust there. I want to see, now I'm ready to go to your oracle cards. Flashes of insight around your future. So this is what's coming. You're going to get flashes of insight that take you out of whatever truth you really need to have revealed, if it's around this person or around the energy that you need to feel supported from a masculine perspective, then that is what is going to be highlighted. You're going to have insight that's coming to you around that through this new moon in Virgo. You have balance that's come for you, pile number two. They're saying getting your balance back so that you're not overly reliant on whatever that represents for you. You're not overly reliant on, some of you, if you are the person who always feels like you've got to stand in the gap and be supportive of others, it's pulling too much. And pulling too much is weakening your mental resources. Remembering that even though Virgo is an earth sign, Virgo is very, very analytical. Virgo is very tied to the processes, the rational processes that we have, right? So there's an imbalance that's happening because of this doubt or distrust, or can I really believe in in the wisdom, in the generosity of this person, or if you are the one that typically provides that, can I continue to honor my commitment in that? And so there's some insight that's coming around how you want to move with that in the future. And what Spirit is saying is you got to get more balanced about it. You don't have to be the one always showing up for others. And if you are really, really reliant on whoever that represents to show up for you and you're questioning it, that's where Spirit is saying take some, that's that balance to take some of your power back. You've got the tiger spirit that comes for you, pile number 2. Wow, what a beautiful image. And it says willpower, instinct, and sensuality. Willpower, instinct, and sensuality. That is taking your power back. And that is not believing that your survival, I got to call it like I see it. This won't be for everyone, but this is going to be for somebody who lands here. You're in a personal relationship. You're wondering, is this person going to come through for you? This is some questions around partnership. Goes back to that balance and the future of it. Some of you are wondering if you're going to go the distance. Some of you may feel like you're on the brink of, some of you there may have been some cheating, some infidelity. Remembering too that infidelity can even just be emotional, emotional support doesn't have to be actual physical cheating. But all of this is pointing to the need from your spirit guides, the need they're saying for you to exercise your willpower to get back in balance, because it's almost, for some of you, it's like your attention has been so focused on this situation that's got you off balance that you're losing yourself in it. And lo and behold, I don't look at these cards. I promise you, I have to stay here. I can't get over here and go to the next till I'm ready. And when I just looked down, look what came. Strength. Okay? Like clear message from your spirit team, pile number 2. I'm going to put that near that tiger. Hercules. And I'm drawn to Hercules also going back to this masculine energy that's showing up in your reading. Because even if you are a woman, remember, this is not gender specific. This is about the energy of the masculine, right? So yes, for some of you, this absolutely is pointing to a partner in your life. And it could be a romantic partner as well as in a business situation. But we have Hercules, strength. Some of you are reliant upon, or what you have been taught about masculine authority and masculine strength and commitment, that it's being challenged somehow, and you're having to readapt or reconfigure what you thought you could count on. Look, you've got healing. All right? You are, whatever this dynamic is, there's healing that will bring you back into balance. And the healing has to do with you remembering your own strength and your own willpower, your own ability to take charge in this situation, even if you are literally dependent on someone else. And for some of you, that's what this is. It feels like you are dependent on someone else, financially, emotionally, in whatever way that you have this connection. This is where there's some healing that needs to be done there. On the flip side of that, I do feel Spirit is reminding me to say this could be someone who appears in your life in the future, some insight to bring you some healing. All right? It could work one of two ways. That you want healing with the divine masculine. There is strength. You want that strength. You want it, but you want it in a more balanced way. And the way that you get that is not by placing all of your emphasis on this other energy, this other person, this other circumstance that gives you reassurance. It's about Spirit is saying pull it back and bring balance into the role that you play in it. That way, that blindfold and those ropes come off. You've got wealth. All right, Spirit is confirming. Says here, you're moving towards real wealth and prosperity. Keep up the great work. All right. So again, pile number 2, if there's some codependence here, or the idea that your wealth depends on this partnership, this job, this family member, this inheritance, for some of you, this is family inheritance stuff going on. Remember that this wealth is coming to you. It is yours. And there's something karmic here as well. You're moving towards real wealth and prosperity. Healing. Your healing helps keep up the great work. Your healing helps move you toward it and bring you back in balance with it. Spirit is saying it's already yours. The idea, though, that you've had about what really brings it to you, that's what's shifting. Trust your intuition. You got that? Trust your intuition, pile number 2. Trust your gut. Trust what you know. This idea that whoever it is, the job, the partner, the father, the family, those structures that bring you stability in that 4 of Wands, whatever that is, you're being called to have, to know that you have it, to bring yourself back into balance. Look at that. You've got gifts that are coming. Right? New moon in Virgo. Gifts that are coming. Using your own gifts. This is not only external gifts coming towards you, but Spirit is saying this is you getting in touch with your gifts. Right? Your spiritual gifts, your talents, your business gifts, your understanding of money, even your understanding of health, your understanding of what makes you feel stable, and the contributions that you make to your own future, right? That's that insight that you're getting. Wow. This is really, really powerful. And you've got great big love, and that is coming to you from the universe. They're saying there are other sources of love, pile number 2, than the ones that you've traditionally relied upon and thought about. The sources, going back to that King of Cups influence, the sources of love. And for you, for many of you, love is shown and represented through wealth, meaning generosity. It doesn't always have to be actual dollars and cents, but acts of generosity, acts of kindness. There's a great big love that Spirit is bringing toward you. And remembering as well that wealth is more. Wealth is health. Virgo energy. Wealth is health. Wealth is friends. Wealth is love. Wealth is all forms of wealth. And that's where you're being this. That's why you've got that healing, pile number 2, because traditionally what you have been conditioned to see as strength and help and wealth, there's something in that you're being called to bring that more into balance right now. And they're saying, welcome it. Welcome the shifts that are coming in your future. Welcome the love that Spirit has for you. The wealth that is coming, if you trust your intuition, being more welcoming, because something here has been restricting you. Like and if this is not you, this is someone around you that you're exposed to that is feeling restricted, and it's had an impact on you as well. I'm being reminded to say that as well. So welcome the shifts. Welcome the use of your willpower, going back to that tiger spirit and that balance. Welcome that. Welcome the changes that are happening within yourself. Welcome the healing, because there's the resistance. So it's an acknowledgement. That 8 of Swords and 7, that's the resistance. It's holding you back. And again, this just feels like conditioning. There's no fault here. There's no blame. Spirit doesn't come at us that way. They want us to move past any sort of limitations. And so pile number 2, the limitations that you may be feeling because of a reliance on others or the idea of how things should work has shifted. The game has changed, is what Spirit is saying. And they want you to welcome that change and welcome the love by trusting yourself. That is a healing process for you all. And it allows you to let go of that resistance, because that closed fist cannot get all of the yummies that wants to come for you. You got to open that fist up. You got me? You got to open that fist up. And you do that by accepting the love that's yours. Look, that's such a contrast in energy, right? Wide open arms, things flowing in versus feeling choked off. That's where you are right now. And that's the balance. That's the striking the balance. All right. 2 things that will help you, animal spirit and crystal, during this time. One is amethyst. Very familiar. I even got my beautiful wand here next to me. So you would benefit from using amethyst or wearing amethyst during this time, pile number 2. And you have the parrot spirit. Watch your words. Ooh, if that doesn't go along with that 8 of swords. Watch your words, not just those that are spoken, but thoughts become things. And so this is very much around, and that parroting again feels like a confirmation that for many of you, this challenge that and the blessing though, let's put it in that framework. The blessing of this new moon in Virgo is what you have been told. 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords, your 2 major energies that are coming up here with that King of Cups and that 4 of Wands. What you have been told, you don't have to repeat that story. You tell your story. You embrace your healing. You claim that love and welcome what's to come. That's the gifts. You understanding the gifts that you have and the strength that is around you. The strength that wants to come toward you. That's the key for you all right now in this new moon in Virgo, pile number 2. All right? All right. I hope that was helpful. A lot going on for you all, and it's so easy for us to, because we need each other. We need the people around us. We need input. We need advice. We need to know that we can trust others, and we should receive their love, but it never should supersede our own. Going back to that, trust your instincts. We don't give up who we are to anyone else. All right. Moving on. Pile number 3. Those of you who are drawn to the serpentine, let's see what comes. You got the King of Wands. All right. Let's get to business. Why don't we? The King of Wands with the 8 of Pentacles. Talk about business. All right. Pile number 3. What you are in work mode. Talk about a new moon in Virgo, and Virgo being a very dedicated, routine, hard work, get it done sort of energy. Your other 2, your other 2 tarot. I start each reading with 4 tarot. You have the Emperor and the 7 of Cups. This is great. So you got some options ahead of you about what you're working on, and you are in charge. You are in charge, or you are walking into leadership. Some of you are going into business for yourselves, or you're deciding whether or not to go into business for yourselves, or working even in partnership. I'm getting some of you will be in partnership with others, but it really is about determining for yourself how you use your gifts and skills and mastery moving into the future. And that's what this new moon in Virgo, being of service to others, day in and day out routines, our daily routines, like taking charge of that. You've got some contrasts that are coming here, night and day. It's almost like you shifting like going from night and day, like how things were night and day. This is how I used to be, but now boom, like a major shift that you're going at it a different way. And there are those contrasts are healthy for you. Perhaps some of you have never been your own boss or been comfortable in leading others or taking a leadership position, but that's what's shifting. Night and day, the contrasting views of yourself. You've got combustion with all that fiery energy. The emperor ruled by Aries, right? And the king of wands. Boom. Night and day contrasts. You are coming into your own pile number 3. Oh my gosh, and I just looked down and saw emerge. Whoa. All right. Emerging, breakthrough, rising, expansion. Whatever it is you are thinking about, pile number 3, whatever it is you seem to be on the verge of or the cusp of, Spirit has your back. Spirit is like, do it, go for it. It's almost like this combustion. It feels like you couldn't stop it now if you wanted to. There is night and day emerging. There is this new you that is being birthed. And that 7 of Cups has been, you've known it for a while. You've been sitting, trying to examine your options, trying out a lot of different things. For some of you, this is even spiritual. Exploring different spiritual modalities, different methods, different ways of practicing your spirituality. You've been trying some different things out, trying different teachers, different ideas. But all of that is leading to this emergence now that you're ready to go. I've got it. Leadership, the emperor energy. Gender aside, this is about leadership, King of Wands. I am ready. I just heard, remember the saying of Barack Obama, I'm fired up and ready to go. That's what a lot of you are experiencing and will be experiencing through this new moon in Virgo. You got compassion. Oh my gosh. And a breakthrough. Another breakthrough. A breakthrough with this combustion and this emerging. Woo! This is, for some of you, this is being of service to others. Going back to that 8 of Pentacles, the work that you do, the mastery of it. 8 of Pentacles being very much a Virgo energy. Day to day, dedicating yourself to a task. Look at all this artwork that has already been done. And what is this person doing? Still creating their art. See that? That's very much a Virgo energy. And so this breakthrough through with compassion. Some of you have got some really powerful ideas about how to be of service to others. You care about others. Your businesses, even if it's not, necessarily in the healing arts, there's something about what you do or what you're ready to do, this breakthrough and you emerging, that you're ready to bring your talents and skills because you do have compassion for others. You've got star power. Become an influencer of the company and earn fame or popularity. Step into the spotlight. Emperor, King of Wands, emerge, combustion, breakthrough, right? Like Spirit couldn't be any more beautifully clear with its message for you today, pile number 3. You've got something to offer. Period. Period. At the end of that sentence, you have got something really powerful to offer, and it's not coming out of nowhere. You've been doing this work for a while. You're good at it. And it's just being ready to move into it. Look, you've got Sagittarius energy ruled by Jupiter, ready to grow, optimism, philosophy, world cultures, being tied to that. And this expansion, this expansive and optimistic spirit that's ready to combust within you. You've got nature that comes and a powerful move. I'm being led to bring both of those together. Combustion, breakthrough, powerful move in nature. And nature also feels healing to me. I don't know if this work that you're going to do will be tied somehow to nature. And when I think of nature, when I see the spirit is also leading me to medicines, herbs, which is also a very Virgo energy, herbs, medicine of the earth, more natural, organic diet, dietary things that help the body in a more natural and organic way through ties to nature with a powerful move. Breakthrough. Look, breakthrough in this powerful move with the emperor. I mean, everything here is coming together to show you are truly on the verge of stepping into your power and emerging into the next phase of yourself. And it is in service to humanity with this compassion and thinking about a new moon in Virgo. It is in service to humanity. It is in service to mankind. And you have so much to offer. There is protection that comes for you and a hunger. Different decks, but powerful connecting messages. Let's see here. You know, some of you want to offer protection, but some of you are also feeling that you need, in order for you to show up and really exercise that, you want to know that you're going to be protected because of the hunger, because you are with that compassion. Some of you are empaths, you're empathetic. And because of that hunger, there's a part of you that has had to assess, if I show up, I don't want to get eaten up. You know what I mean? I don't want to have people just grabbing at me, pulling at me all the time. But Spirit is saying, you know, or you will know, and you are learning how to step beyond that. You are both protector and protected, is what they just said. You are protector and protected. And this hunger is also works both ways. There are people who you will help, who need it, who are hungry for what you have to offer, but you also are hungry to show up and step into your power, to be active. All of this fire, the Emperor, the King of Wands, you are hungry to show up and move beyond your boundaries, that Sagittarius energy, Jupiter energy. You make a powerful move. You are ready. You are hungry for it. Your soul is calling you to emerge. You're ready to combust. Remember that combustion, like you're like bursting with it. I gotta do this. And you have so much support from Spirit right now. So much support. This is your time, pile number 3. Your reading, I closed each reading with a gemstone that will help you, and animal totem. Look, if you didn't get tiger's eye, more fire. And protective. You got that protection. You are both protector and protected. Vitality, observation, enigma. Figuring it out. Emerging. Tiger's eye will help you right now. All right? All of that fire energy. Light some candles for yourselves. Recognizing that you, this energy, like your inner engine, is revving up and ready to go. All right? And you got the spider spirit. Make your dreams real. Okay? Powerful move. Make your dreams real, pile number 3. You got it? What a powerful, powerful reading. Thank you so much, Spirit. And makes sense with the serpentine as well. All right, you all. Woo! That felt so good. I'm so happy for you. I really am. And I know that you're going to go forward. It's because it's almost like you don't have a choice at this point. You don't even have a choice. You're going to do it. All right, I'm going to introduce some decks that I used and then close out the reading. I used the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I used the Queen of the Sun Oracle. We had the Oracle of the 7 Energies. What We've Forgotten Oracle. This doesn't have a label on it. It's sort of a generic deck, but that's what the back of it looks like, and it's just called Spirit Animal Deck. I have Money Moves Oracle deck. Why not, with that beautiful earthy Virgo energy and the work that we do? Soul Coaching Oracle. The Crystal Oracle. The Oracle of the Universe. Clearly you all can see I'm a big Stacey DeMarco fan, right? Just love the imagery on the decks. The Illuminated Earth Oracle. And Spirit Cards Oracle. And the tarot that I used today was the Earth Woman Tarot. Had to use some earth energy there with this new moon in Virgo. And I also used the Tarot Scopes deck. All right, you all. I hope that was helpful. And I did use but I've been in my creative mode. I went and got some blank cards and some stickers and just let Spirit channel. So I did use my own Oracle deck that I've been, pinged to start and use. So I hope that was helpful as well. All right. Take very good care of yourselves. Let me know what you thought, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye.